Now today we've got another great magician from a youth, so another great magician seriously. His name is Wayne Dobson. Wayne Dobson was a great magician back in the 1990s, basically in the 80s and 90s until he became a bit ill. Nevertheless, he's a great magician. I want to vlog for the next 5 minutes or so. Amazing magic. So amazing magic, seriously, of the Leicester born magician, an illusionist, an artist, okay, Wayne Dobson. He was a big star back in the early 1990s, actually, back in the UK, and appeared around the world. Here we go, let's vlog. The amazing British magician, one of the best British magicians ever to walk the stage in British magic. His name is Wayne Dobson. Let's vlog Wayne Dobson for the next few minutes. Here we're gonna go. Seriously. Now, see, when I was quite young, actually, I remember seeing Wayne Dobson back in the mid-80s. He became quite a big star in the mid-1980s, basically, back in the UK. And along with Paul Daniels, became one of the biggest magicians, along with Paul Daniels, in the UK, doing magic, seriously, very magician, seriously. He's born back in Leicester in 1957, I think, so he's about 63 years old now. He's about 63 years old, that's what he is, seriously. So he's quite old now, obviously. Nevertheless, back in the 1990s, he kind of hit the big time, basically, back in the late 80s, 1990s, became a really, really big magician, seriously. Probably as big as Paul Daniels, that kind of big kind of magician in the UK, basically. And there's also, he's a bit underrated, because Wayne Dobson kind of appeared really big, his star shone really bright. And for a while, he became like a big star. Suddenly on ITV in the UK, he became a big star. Suddenly, he kind of disappeared entirely. And it's a shame because he was a really good magician, seriously. Technically a really good magician. Very good patterist, very good at chatter, very good patter indeed. The kind of style of Paul Daniels, basically. Like a British traditional kind of musical entertainer with the kind of patter kind of stuff and that kind of thing. And also on top of that, he was very technically adept magician indeed, seriously. In fact, he learned magic, I think, back in Leicester. I went to Leicester University, actually, back in 1989. And he's very famous Leicester because he was like a child of Leicester, basically. A bit like Gary Lineker was from Leicester, you know what I mean? Football guy like Gary Lineker. Wayne Dobson was the other kind of prodigal son, basically, as it were, of Leicester, basically. No, he really was, Wayne Dobson was. And he was taught by a magician I know called Roy Johnson. Okay, Roy Johnson kind of taught me magic as well. Very nice guy, Roy Johnson. He lived in Leicester. During the 70s, I think Wayne Dobson kind of grew up in Leicester, turned into show business. And I think sort of late mid-80s, he became a professional magician and went on to become a television star, appearing on BBC, ITV in the UK, basically. In 1990 or so, he had his own TV show for about 3 years or so before he kind of disappeared entirely. He ultimately disappeared entirely. But nevertheless, it's a shame because he was a really good magician, seriously. I love him. He was very kind of short guy, kind of like very chappy kind of guy, cheeky chappy kind of English kind of guy, you know. He always looked really smart, really cool, looked really good. And as I say, with everyone with magic, always kind of look good, seriously. Try and look good, definitely. Try and get the jacket on, look good, get the hair on, you know what I mean? It's very important with magic to kind of look good. And Wayne Dobson certainly looked very good, seriously indeed. Now, it's a bit of a good story. It's a bit of a sad story too about Wayne Dobson. So I'll tell you about it because it's a happy story of success, sad story also of falling into illness. But nevertheless, if he's watching the video, I do love Wayne Dobson. I love Wayne. I think he's a fantastic magician. I really wish his career would carry on longer because he really was a brilliant magician. I remember seeing him in Blackpool Tower Circus, a Blackpool kind of show back in the early 1990s performing. He did the buzzsaw, he got with a giant saw, a la David Copperfield. But I mean, he was a great magician. I loved him. Nevertheless, he got criticised for being a bit of a copy sometimes of David Copperfield. I think he probably was doing that kind of stuff. But nevertheless, he was a great magician. Very entertaining magician, did seriously. His show was technically really good. Now, I'll show some of the best parts of his show. Let's kick off with a little bit of his magic. We'll show a little bit of him doing an amazing version, a very dexterous indeed, of doing cups and balls. Okay, so here's a bit of Wayne Dobson performing, I think about 1989, 1990 television in the UK, okay, performing a little bit of him doing a really brilliant routine of cups and balls, so the diver and classic cups and balls routine, okay, if I can say it. So check this out now. Sit back, relax a couple of minutes and watch Wayne Dobson, one of the finest British magicians ever, perform an amazing little version of cups and balls. Here we're going to go. good at that, isn't he? Very good at that, isn't he? Very, very skilled magician, wasn't he? Very good cups of balls. There's also him performing here a little bit again. A bit of him doing a very good trick with a handkerchief. He's a very adept magician, very skilled, upright, very skilled, do you know what I mean? With his cups and balls. He's very good with handkerchiefs as well and scarves. And here's the trick of him doing an amazing small routine. I love this routine. This kind of influenced me doing magic. I went and did cabaret myself in Greece, Turkey, Spain, late 1990s, having seen Wayne Dobson do this kind of stuff. And I remember seeing lots of magicians performing. I like Wayne Dobson's style. His patter was good, his comedy was good. He was the best kind of comedy patter magician I've ever seen in my life, really, apart from Paul Daniels. But Wayne Dobson had a brilliant kind of delivery and patter and style. Very funny guy. He was comedy, magician. He kind of merged comedy and magic really well together, really. Unlike many magicians, and I say to magicians nowadays, seriously, when you do magic, learn comedy and magic, seriously. You do comedy and magic together, basically. That's what I kind of did. Comedy and magic together. And Wayne Dobson was a kind of club entertainer, performing around, around the UK, all variety show kind of stuff, I think, back in 1989. So he was so well known, for doing comedy and kind of patter. That was very funny indeed. So here he is again doing a very exquisite version, actually, of the kind of cut and restored red silk handkerchief. It also vanishes at the end. It's very nice. Check this bit of magic out right now. Okay, it's good, isn't he? Very adept magician, isn't he? Very adept magician, isn't he? I love that. Now, he also did a lot of music. He had 3 years on ITV back in 1993 or so. He had his own ITV show in the UK, and on it he had it's about 18 or 20 magic shows, I think. He did many stuff. He did dressed up as a detective. He had a kind of mystical, kind of supernatural thing called Alistair Witchel's Garret or something, which was a mystical kind of psychic kind of magic section of the show. He did a lot of this stuff, seriously. He also did a very good Seven Illusions. Now the guy, Nigel Lithgow, who I think Nigel Lithgow went on to, was his producer actually. Now Nigel Lithgow is very famous. You might have heard of Nigel Lithgow. Nigel Lithgow produced the Wayne Dobson shows back in the 1990s. Nigel Lithgow went on to become a kind of superstar himself because he produced Pop Idol and went on to do, I think, Pop Stars, Pop Idol, and American Idol as well in the USA with Simon Cowell, okay? This is 10 years later, back in the early 2000s. And Lithgow kind of made Simon Cowell a big star. You might want to know that, seriously. But Nigel Lithgow also was the producer Wayne Dobson, okay? Now I did meet Wayne Dobson myself back in 1991, 92 myself, and I won't remember me, I was years ago, I didn't really know him very well. I did meet him at Magic Circle one time, and he was a really nice guy, and I didn't really get to know him. It's a shame, because I really liked his shows actually. Anyway, it's very interesting. So Nigel Lithgow was kind of behind the whole Wayne Dobson experience on television, very much back in the 1990s in the UK. Anyway, they're saying that Nigel Lithgow did go and do some good illusions. They were trying to do some really good illusions to be competitive with the Americans. And I wanted to do some good illusions. So I know that Wayne Dobson and Nigel Lithgow went to America, bought illusions, brought back to the UK to perform on UK television to try and be the best they could do what they do. And they did some really good stuff, seriously. It didn't all work out really well, and it was a bit cliched at times, sure, so we did some good stuff. Now here's a bit of a beautiful version of a trick that was on my memory. So Copperfield's done it, Princess Tenko has done it as well in Japan. This is the pyramid appearance, okay? Wayne Dobson did this really well. Camera actions are really good, the lighting is really good, the style of it is really good actually. So here's Wayne Dobson doing the pyramid appearance, okay? It's very beautiful. Check this out. I like that. Very good news, seriously. He also did a very good version as well, along with Pyramid. He does a very good version of Levitation. He did quite a few different levitations. This is a lovely levitation that Wayne Dobson did back in the early 1990s again. The lighting's really good, I must say. The lighting's good, the style's good as well. Music's really good. Again, I can't use the music because of copyright purposes. Obviously, I can't use that, as you know. I can't use copyright, I can't do that. And nevertheless, it's very good. Sit back and relax and watch a couple of minutes or a minute or so of Wayne Dobson doing an amazing levitation, okay, on the stick levitation performed. I think it's performed back in the late 19th century originally by Robert Houdin, okay, this trick. But here's Wayne Dobson doing this amazing classic illusion, the levitation on the pole, okay, pole levitation. It's a beautiful kind of lighting and that kind of stuff and style. Here is Wayne Dobson's pole levitation. Here we're going to go. Pretty good. And also Wayne Dobson did another thing. Also Wayne Dobson did some other stuff. He also did a couple of other good illusions. I picked some of his illusions. He did loads of illusion television back in the 1990s. Quite a lot, seriously. I don't know how many he did. He did so many illusion television back in the 1990s. Here's another illusion he did as well, which is called the slice illusion. This is where there's a good illusion actually where you get put in a box and you get cut up by different, it's about 9 pieces basically in a box, okay. So Number Copperfield did it on his Niagara Falls special back in 1990 or so. Here's Wayne Dobson's version of the splicer illusion, okay, the slice illusion. The sexy girls wearing kind of pit helmets and leather kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff, you know. It's very entertaining, okay. I do like this illusion, and it's quite a good version of this slicer illusion. So here it is. Here's a clip of Wayne Dobson's version of the classic slicer illusion. Here we go. a bit sexy that was, I like that. And also, he also went and did origami box. So origami box is done by many magicians, origami box, if I can say it. It's done by Copperfield, by Siegfried Roy, many magicians, Doug Henning's done it. And it's a classic illusion. I think the version, Copperfield's version of the origami box, check out my review of Copperfield's Explosive Encounter, which is the best show I've ever seen. Basically, anyway, this is the golden age of magic, isn't it? This is the golden age of magic. This is late 80s, early 90s. It's well of age of magic. How many shows were on television those days, wasn't it? There was Copperfield was on, Daniels was on, Dobson was on, Best of Magic was on, Secret Cabaret was on, there was Siegfried Roy on. There was so many magic shows on it. Seriously, what's going on nowadays? There's no magic on television like that. There's a bit of this, David Blaine and with the Dynamo, straight magic. But these kind of magic shows, you don't see them anymore, do we? Bring it back. So I said, bring this magic back. Maybe I'll do it. Bring magic back in that sort of style, seriously. Anyway, here's a bit of Wayne Dobson again, doing the origami box, okay. Classic illusion, that was very popular back in the 80s and 90s, okay. This girl gets in the box, or he gets in the box, and the box gets squashed down, tiny little box to put the blades through, and then they pull the blades out, and the box unfolds, and out pops Wayne Dobson. Very good illusion again. This is the best version is Copperfield number 11 version, the Explosive Encounter version, which is on one of my videos, check it out. And it's a beautiful version. But this is Wayne Dobson's version of the classic origami box. Check this out, this is very good indeed. So we're going to do that. That's really good. I hope you enjoyed the illusion. There's quite a few illusions there to look at. I must say there's quite a few illusions to go through. I won't go through too many illusions. There are many illusions he does. Well, check out Wayne Dobson's videos on YouTube. Him doing close-up and carrying cards, coins, mirrors, that kind of stuff, ropes kind of stuff as well with patter. Wayne Dobson's a patter magician, okay? And I can't really nick the soundtrack because of copyright purposes. So go on YouTube, check out his patter. His patter's great. His comedy's great. His timing, his delivery is really great, okay? His style's really good. He was great, wasn't he, back in the day? And I say, very, very, very. I can't really show you everything because there's so much of him on YouTube, seriously. Wayne Dobson, into Magic Illusion, Magic History, check out Wayne Dobson, seriously. There's loads of illusions he does, seriously, including appearing helicopter as well. I think he does that kind of stuff, levitation as well. Other levitations he does. There's Ringo Rabbit, which is a comedy rabbit. Lyndon Sardi, the pastry model, is with him as well, seriously. But remember Lyndon Sardi? She was a big pastry model back in the 1980s. Remember her? She was classic, wasn't she? She helped about the shows as well. It's a very good show, so check out the shows. There's about 18, 20 shows on YouTube. Check out everything you get hold on the Wayne Dobson kind of magic shows. Very good, seriously. If you're into Magic Illusion, History of Magic, they're absolutely essential. Experiential. We'll learn about magic. Check the shows out, seriously, really good deal. I do promise you, though, you won't be disappointed. So sadly, it's not performing nowadays, really, but he's a great guy. Go on YouTube and say, check the videos out. There's loads of videos about magic, says Wayne Dobson. Check them out. Go on YouTube, find out his shows, illusions, the tricks, the patter bits as well, the kind of comedy bits. Okay, he was a very comedy magician, seriously, really was, and a great one, seriously. One of the best, probably the best magicians Britain ever produced, actually, I'd say, without a doubt, seriously, put Wayne Dobson on. So check him out, please do, okay? And I'll say thanks to Wayne for inspiring me to do magic and helped inspire you as well to do magic. So Wayne inspired me, hopefully I'm inspiring you as well, seriously. So please, let's say thanks an awful lot to Wayne Dobson for his inspiration back in the 90s, particularly inspired me and many magicians to go on stage, perform to audiences with comedy and patter kind of magic. Certainly inspired me very much indeed, seriously. So thanks very much to the great Wayne Dobson. And I'm so sad he's not performing anymore, but as I say, he was a great inspiration to me and many magicians around the UK, definitely. Performing patter, comedy kind of magic, he really was. So please check Wayne Dobson out without a doubt on YouTube, okay? Please do that, okay? In the meantime, look at yourselves, please do, okay? Remember to get COVID-19 jab, please subscribe, help the channel out, please do, okay? Please click the links below for 100 videos of magic chat, please do, okay? About 110 videos of magic illusion, please check the videos out, please do, okay? Many videos are made. Check them out, please do, help me out, please do. In the meantime, look at yourselves, enjoy the sunshine in the UK, in the UK right now, lovely little weather in the UK right now. And I hope you're very well indeed. And see you again very soon once you're subscribed for some more magic and chat and biographies and illusions, alright, in magic spheres and magic worlds, okay? So look at yourselves, see you again very soon. Bye for now.